Hey, so I was gonna record a little update on my couch, but I figured, hey, I might as well record it while I'm hiking up the Appalachian Trail here in Lebanon up to Moose Mountain. So yeah, let's get into it. So it's been about 3 weeks since I did my 50K at Ragged, which if you haven't seen the video yet, go watch that. Yeah, and I thought I would take a little break from the filming after that. Take it easy, didn't want to stress about this or anything. Didn't have too much to show, so thought I wouldn't, waste my time and yours. But it's actually been going pretty well. Recovery from the 50K was awesome. I forced myself to not really do any running that week after the race, but it's back doing a lot of walking and hiking. And then, yeah, the week after that started running again. So I've gotten a good amount of quality runs in since, and I think I've done some filming just like on my phone, so apologize if it's shaky, but I think I'll throw it up on the side of the screens during this little chit chat about my plans coming up. Yeah, I guess going through those, I did a really nice run up Mount Cardigan. That's like my first hard run back, which is this cool, like maybe 3,000 foot mountain around here, and I ran really hard. Did a little tempo. Yeah, it was a blast to run short, and it kind of goes into my plans for the first half of this fall, which is like shorter mountain FKTs. So on this channel, you've seen me do the marathon training. That's how I started it. And then you saw me attempt 50K training. Got in like one good week there and ran the Ragged 50K. It went surprisingly well. Yeah, my next big thing is gonna be mountain running. First and foremost, I started my running career as a peak bagger, going for the Adirondack 46, Hampshire 48, Northeast 115. And this is kind of like the ultimate version of doing that, I guess. So if you don't know what a FKT is, it stands for fastest known time. It's kind of like the course record on a trail, you can think of it as. There's a website that regulates it, fkt.com. You run a route, submit that route and your time, and then, see if you're the fastest to have done it. It's a really cool concept because here in the Northeast, at least, a lot of the races are on ski mountains, things like that, because you can't get permitting for these national forests in these really beautiful remote mountains. So kind of the best places you can hold these races, you're not allowed to. But why not run them hard on your own for free and then still get a little bit of the competition through fastest known time? So after doing minimal training post 50K, a 15 and then 20-mile week of almost exclusively trail running, haven't done much road at all, I found myself in New Hampshire, not too far from the Whites, and thought I would go for my first FKT. And that was up Mount Hale, which is kind of near Bretton Woods ski mountain, on the other side of Mount Washington. And yeah, it went super well. Now Mount Hale is not a super competitive FKT by any means. Time was pretty soft before, no disrespect, still good. But I'd done it twice before, once hiking with my girlfriend, super easy. And then I ran it last year with my friend John. And we were only 7 minutes off the FKT. Granted, it's a 4-mile route, but with 2,300 feet of vert, so it's straight up and down. The existing FKT was 112. However, knowing myself, I thought right around an hour would be a good goal for me to shoot for. And yeah, I wasn't the greatest conditions the morning of. Ended up raining during it actually, but got the FKT, which is super cool. Ran 101. And yeah, go on the website now and my name's up there. And going for FKTs is something I've wanted to do for a while. I kind of always said once I break 3 hours in a marathon, I'm fast enough to go for FKTs. I ran 3:03, that's good enough. So that's kind of my plan for the first half of the fall. I have another FKT I'm planning on doing. It's 4,000 footer, actually 2 4,000 footers. I'm not gonna say it beforehand because I don't want someone to go steal it, and that's not really how the FKT scene works too well. But yeah, I'm planning doing that end of September, beginning of October, which will be a really good effort and first thing on the docket. That'll be cool. I hope you guys enjoy watching those. And I might go for another couple of like smaller FKTs during the year that aren't really competitive, but you know, just get a time out there. That way, at least there's a mildly competitive one for other people to go and try and break. So I guess that's one thing I have coming up kind of in the first half of the fall. But pretty soon, I have another project I'm going on, just a cool backpacking trip with two friends of mine who live here, and going to the Adirondacks, which I actually went to college near the Adirondacks at St. Lawrence University, and super excited to go back. The route we kind of planned out is like 3.5 days, 50 miles-ish, and like a boatload of it, like I think it was 20,000 feet. It'll be pretty wild. Summit many 4,000 footers. It'll actually get me really close to the 46 over there. I think after this I'll be at like 41 or 42. Yeah, I think I'll try to do some filming for that, make a little video. Won't do a ton because I'm just trying to unplug with these two friends and enjoy it. And I have one other really cool project that I've been filming throughout August. And it's this cool thing Strava put out called the Race for the Crown. I think they're going to start introducing it in other towns, but here in the Upper Valley in Hanover, where Strava was founded, I believe, it's this cool 5-stage kind of mimicking the Tour de France, where it's a bunch of different segments. So runners had the entire month of August to do these 5 segments as fast as they can, and then compile their times throughout the 5 segments and see who's the fastest at the end and get the crown of Hanover or the Upper Valley, which I thought sounded like a super cool thing Strava was doing. Really happy with them to do that. And I also thought that my friend John would be the perfect person to try to go for this crown. Went to my friend and said, hey, why don't you do these 5 and I make like a little mini series where I film each segment that you do, get some background so you guys can get to know John well, and put it out in like 5 separate episodes. And so those are almost done filming. Those will kind of come out soon. I think I'll sprinkle them in throughout the month of September. And so I think I'll put out 5 2 to 10 minute videos about John and about these segments. And you know, hopefully it'll be really cool. So there's 3 things you have to look forward to. And then I got one more for you for the fall. I signed up for another marathon. So yeah, I signed up for the Manchester City Marathon, which is November 12th. Great fall marathon. Really hilly course, but not too far from here. Decent sized field, and yeah, really looking forward for that. So yeah, I will be going to break 3 hours again at Manchester. Went for 3 in Providence. Came really close. Hopefully I can do it at Manchester. Significantly slower course, but a lot cooler day, hopefully in November. Do kind of a tune-up FKT about 6 weeks out from the marathon, and then transition hard to all marathon training. Getting like 5 really specific, really hard marathon weeks, 1 week taper, and then race day. Alright, so we're getting right up to the top here, top of Moose Mountain South Peak, and yeah, nice view today. Hitting it almost at golden hour, but yeah, beautiful hike, loving it. I go up here all the time, and yeah, I guess those are my plans for the fall. Should be lots of content for you guys. Got first backpacking video, beautiful views it should be, coming out next week. Then got the Race for the Crown segments, those little episodes coming out probably end of next week, and then throughout the month of September. Lots of mountain running that I'm going to be doing, which will be really fun. Going for the FKT, and then yeah, marathon at the end of the fall. I'm really excited. Should be a great time. Also get some pretty leaf peeping views for those that aren't fortunate enough to live up here in the north. Yeah, really excited. So I guess I'll kind of sign off here, but probably film the run down. Plan to hike up and then run down. Easy day. Yeah, and so I'll leave you with some nice footage of running down Moose Mountain on the Appalachian Trail, and then, you know, see you next week. Peace out.